Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com, here with Lady Raider basketball coming your way here this morning from Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. We have the 1-11 Centerville Bulldogs taking on your 8-5 Wapahani Lady Raiders. So we appreciate you all for joining us here for some early morning basketball here on a Friday morning. Little girls basketball tournament that they hold now, I believe now this is their third or fourth year that they've held this tournament here at Wapahani during Christmas break. So it's always a nice time to be able to come out here, get some good games in here, and hopefully take care of business here this morning and throughout the day. But nonetheless, here this is our Raiders Live pregame presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. Now, unfortunately, the last time out there for Wapahani, suffered a loss down there at Bankers Life Fieldhouse last Saturday night when we took on the Muncie Central Lady Bearcats. Lost that one, I believe it was by 7 points. It was 35-28, I believe was the final score of that one. And so, you're looking to rebound off of that loss. Can't really necessarily worry about, what things you did wrong there, more about coming into this morning's game, understanding not only what you did wrong, but how you got to correct that from this day forward. And hopefully we come out here with a little bit of a renewed vigor here and come out with a purpose. We've kind of struggled here down the stretch, got off to a very strong start of the season. We're still in the good standings of everything, but we definitely have not been playing our best basketball, and I think anybody would probably tell you that. And hopefully that trend will turn back the other direction. We'll start playing some real good basketball here again, and we'll get back to our winning ways. Now, the format, I will tell you this much, of the girls basketball tournament here today, it'll be our game here first, and then the next two teams will be Southern Wells and North Decatur. They will play following this game. Now, again, we will only be broadcasting Wapahani games only. So they will be having, again, Southern Wells against North Decatur at probably right around 12 or so, I would imagine. Again, following the conclusion of our game here this morning. But then we have a couple of, I think, 2 or 3 JV games mixed in there, which we won't be broadcasting that because we have to announce those games. And then following those JV games, which will be 3 in a row, will be Wapahani against Southern Wells, then Wapahani against North Decatur, and then Southern Wells versus Centerville. But then we'll have the consolation game for the varsity series anyway at 6 o'clock, and then the championship game played at 8 o'clock. So it's going to be a very long day for us out here. There's no question. We was out here about 8:30 this morning, and probably won't leave until probably pretty close to 9:30 tonight or so. But it's just, like I said, it's a good time to be able to come out here, be able to broadcast for all you fine folks out there in Raider Nation, and to broadcast and give recognition to these fine young student athletes. So it should be a good one here today. We're hoping for a Raider win, again, to get back to our winning ways. Hopefully we come out here again with a little bit of a different attitude here and really put a lot of pressure here on Centerville. Again, they come into the day 1-11. We've got to execute on their mistakes and, hopefully try to convert on some turnovers here with not only get the offensive going here and hopefully find some balance here on the offensive end. I know we've struggled in that, getting our shots, and not only getting our shots, but then knocking down our shots. I'd like to see us be a little bit more aggressive here on the offensive end. Just keep putting pressure on the defensive end. I think we've done a pretty solid job of that. Rebounding, always a key. So we've got to do a great job here of that here this afternoon. And then free throws. Free throws are always such a huge key. And if you don't do it properly, and if you don't knock them down, that can cost you a ball game. So hopefully we're able to be successful in every facet of the game here today. But nonetheless, this has been our Raiders Live pregame presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. We'll step aside here for a quick break. We got the national anthem coming up, and then today's starting lineups again between the 1-11 Centerville Bulldogs and your 8-5 Wapahani Raiders. All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. As we take a look here at today's lineups, rather, not tonight. We kind of used to evening games here, but take a look at non-starters. Number 12, Lauren Taylor Stanley. 23, Jaden Marshall. Number 34, Mallory Woodruff. Number 40, Jakia Holland. And number 44, Shay Bennett. Now for the starters at one guard, number 10, Lily Waters. Also starting at guard, number 20, Emily Tedder. At the forward position, number 22, Gabby Duke. At a number forward, number 24, Emma Olm. And a forward, number 42, Ashley Walter. And the Bulldogs are coached by Max Smith and assisted by Kinsey Seiler. Now we'll take a look here at the non-starters for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Number 3, Kendall Thrasher. Number 12, Layla Lee. Number 22, Lexi Hummer. Number 23, Malia York. Number 30, Ashley England. Number 31, Lauren Luce. Number 32, Trinity Brozier. And number 33, Jalen Willis. Now for your starters, starting at one guard, number 2, Lexi Wolf. Starting at another guard, number 4, Reese Baker. At guard, number 11, Madison Thompson. Starting at one forward, number 24, Lexi Morrow. And starting at the other forward, number 25, Cameron Wise. Again, your Raiders are coached by Scott Hudson, assisted by Cambry Jolly, Carly Bonks, and Sydney Cook.
Officials this morning, Mr. Jay Petty, Mr. Dave Clark.
So again, we appreciate you all for joining us here for this morning's Wapahani Girls Basketball Tournament. Again, an annual event that they held now, I believe for the third or fourth year. And so again, we appreciate you spending some time here with us this morning. And hopefully all of you are having a great day here so far. As, again, we're not expecting a rather large crowd here today, being a Friday and all. I'm sure everybody's probably at work while we sit here and enjoy some basketball here throughout the day. And the Raiders will start off with the first possession of the morning here. So Madison Thompson at the helm of things, sends it on over here to Wise. Now back to Madison. Into the corner, Wolf with a wide open three and drains it. So that's a heck of a way to get things started here this morning with a three-point basket by Lexi Wolf. Good to see her get things going early here today. And we have a loose ball. Jump ball now will favor Centerville after the Raiders got the tip. So we'll see Lily Waters to inbound here for Centerville. Inbound now number 42, Walter with the basketball, and she'll turn it over now. Baker looking to go a little coast-to-coast action here. Now Wolf back out Thompson, three-pointer up, and splash as the Raiders lead at 6-0 early. It's a great way to start building some confidence here in this one. Again, things have kind of went south for us here within the last few games, but nice to see that they're coming out here with essentially about a week off or so. Kind of getting after it here as we'll have a traveling violation on Centerville as Lexi Morrow took a little shot to the right side. So hopefully she will be all right. But again, it's good to see. You come out here early, you set the tone early here on offense, and hopefully this trend will just continue this direction for Wapahani. Baker on to Wolf, now looking for Wise there, flashing up the top post. Baker now down low, Morrow finds Wolf, she'll take another three off the iron, no good. Baker corrals the rebound, and now back out to Thompson, no good on the shot. As we'll see number 22, Gabby Duke, come up with a rebound there, and now Baker with a takeaway. So 2 turnovers now for Centerville. Back to Wolf here on the right wing, now to Thompson again. Takes it there to the elbow, now Wise for 2. Or actually, no, for 3. It looked like she was inside the arc, but I'm not going to shortchange her there. So Cameron Wise strikes for 3, her first points of the day, and it's Raiders 9, Centerville 0. As we'll have a timeout taken here by Centerville for their first charge timeout here of the day. Again, a little bit of a different look here on the graphics. I don't know if you all noticed that so far, but the graphics a little bit bigger here on the scoreboard. Obviously adding a little bit more black and red and a little white in the action there with the background on it as well on the quarter and also clock. So just to make things just that much nicer here for us, and we hope all of you enjoy all the graphics we always throw up, all the commercials, exploiting our wonderful sponsors that we have throughout the year. But again, a very strong start here. Yeah, you come out of the gate with 3 3-pointers so far from Wolf, Thompson, and Wise. That's a good way to get things going here today, as we're not even 2 minutes into this morning's ball game. Now again, this is game 1 of, I believe, 7 today overall. They have us against Centerville here first. Again, Southern Wells and North Decatur to follow our game. And then we'll have 3 junior varsity games in a row, and then a consolation game, and then a championship later on tonight around 8 o'clock. So again, a very busy day for us. I didn't know if you guys got the rundown of that during our Raiders Live pregame, so just wanted to reiterate that again. So number 22, Duke, now finds number 42, now dumped down low and fouled on the play. Emma Olm will now head to the line, as the foul is going to be on number 24, Lexi Morrow. So that will be her first, team's first. And again, Olm will be at the line, shooting 2. So the first one will be up and off the side of the rim, no good. Olm there with her second of 2 off the back iron, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Wapahani. His last touch there by Wise, Cameron Wise's shoe. So the Bulldogs looking to come up with some points here, but the Raiders hopefully coming up with some other ideas. Number 24, Olm backs down a defender, and then we'll turn it over. Wolf comes away with a takeaway. 3 turnovers now for Centerville here on the morning. Thompson trying to drive around the defender, now gives way to Baker for 2. No good. Gets her own rebound, puts it right back up, and gets fouled. So Reese Baker will now head to the charity stripe here for 2 shots. A foul on number 24, Emma Olm. That'll be her first, team's first. And a first free throw up and no good. Also another little new thing here we can put on the bottom of the scoreboard, fouls. That's another nice new feature that they've just updated us with here on the broadcast. So we have that there on the bottom of the scoreboard. 10-0 here, another takeaway, this time by Wise. She'll give the ball away here to Wolf, and the Raiders reset this offense here to get some more points on the board here. Already a 10-0 lead. Wise will get called with a carry. So first turnover of the day here for Wapahani. So here to inbound, Tedder will inbound it to Reese Baker. You'd think that they was on the same team together. Off the mark there, we'll have a jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor Wapahani. So again now 5 turnovers for the Bulldogs here within the first 3 minutes of the contest. Morrow with a spin move for 2 and knocks it down. Good to see her continue her success. She had a real nice game down there at Bankers Life Fieldhouse last Saturday against Muncie Central. So good to see her continue to build off of what she's been able to establish here, as we'll have a reach-in foul. And this looks to be on Morrow. Or no, rather here on number 2, Lexi Wolf. So it'll be her first, team's second. So we'll have Layla Lee and Jalen Willis now in here for the first time today for Wapahani. You got a 12-0 lead here, 4:41 remaining here in the opening quarter. Inbound play there. Now number 22, Duke, corrals it and sends it back outside here. Now number 10, Waters, will lead the way here for Centerville. Guarded heavily by Baker. A near takeaway. Now we have a loose ball, and another jump ball will end up into the hands of Centerville again on the possession arrow. So inbound pass here to Ulm. Takes it inside. Shot's going to be up, no good, but fouled on the play here by Jalen Willis. So she'll pick up her first, team's third. So we'll see Emma Ulm back to the line here for 2 shots. And the first one's going to be up and good. So again, at times here, I'm going to have to be a little bit quieter like I'm at a golf match. Because, well, the lack of people means it's going to be a little bit quieter in here. Stuck there, no good on the second one. Rebounded there by Jalen Willis, her first rebound here of the day. So a 12-1 lead here for Wapahani. Up top here, Layla Lee. Got a good opportunity right there. Might have taken a look at that shot. Lee here on the right side, down low. Wolf on the curl. She'll drag it back out, finds Baker up top. Now on to Thompson. Back in the corner, Reese Baker for 3, and Reese Baker good from downtown. 4 points now for her on the day. And the Raiders out now to a 14-point lead. So we'll have a reach-in foul. Looks like called on Layla Lee. And indeed it will be. So Lee will pick up her first, team's fourth. And deflected out of bounds. Didn't even take any time off the clock there. So inbounded here to Waters. Splits the middle there, but then Thompson comes up with the strip ball. Takes it down court, and no foul here on the play. This is going to be out of bounds off of Centerville. So already 6 turnovers here for the Bulldogs. 3:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Baker to inbound, a wide open Thompson for 3, and knocks it down from beyond the arc. Madison Thompson with her second 3 of the day. And the Raiders now lead it by 17. So now we'll get called with the palming the basketball. Turnover number 7 now with number 23. Jaden Marshall now entering today's ball game here for Centerville for the first time of the afternoon. Morning, afternoon, it's all the same, I guess, at this point. Trying to find that post feed there to Lee. Finally is able to get it to her now into the corner. Baker. A little shot fake action. Kicks to the corner now down low. Willis will get a foul called here on number 42, Ashley Walter. So be her first, team second. So again, Wapahani with 4 fouls, Centerville with 2. And Baker to inbound with 2:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Got to move here a little bit now. Finally finds Wolf, and she'll give ball away here to Thompson. Setting up the Raider offense here with nearly 2.5 to go. Wolf outside now. Willis in the corner for 3. Off the mark there. Lee with the rebound. Unable to get the putback to go. So first rebound for Lee. The Raiders overall only have 4 rebounds on the day. And mostly because we haven't missed too many shots, and Centerville has turned the ball over quite a few times with the basket up and good that time. Number 24, Emma Ulm. So now 3 points, all of them here for Centerville, coming by Ulm. Thompson to Baker. Little screen through there. Now Wolf to the free throw line, back out to Willis. Lee now driving inside, and she'll be fouled on the play. So the foul here on number 42. Ashley Walter, her second, team's third. So we'll see Morrow and Wise back in for Wapahani, and then number 34, Mallory Woodruff in here for Centerville. Lee no good for 2. Rebounded that time here by number 34, Woodruff. As the Bulldogs off and running back the other way. Again, the Raiders up here by 15, 1:39 remaining here in the first quarter. Walters back up top now. Here's number 20, Tedder. Swung on. Woodruff now will find Ulm here up top. But not a whole lot of movement here by the Bulldogs. Waters hands it back off here. Woodruff with a 3, no good. Willis corrals the rebound. Nice strong rebound there from Willis. Back the other way. Wise takes it in, shots up, and gets the floater to go. So now 5 points here on the day for Cameron Wise, and the Raiders extend that lead to 17. And that's going to be another Raider takeaway. 8 of them now down court to Wise, back to Morrow. Corner 3 by Baker, up and splash again. Another 3-point bucket. Baker with her second 3 of the day. And now a 20-point cushion here for Wapahani. So a kickball here as Centerville retains possession here. 21 seconds remaining. So Woodruff up top, screen set by Ulm, and that's going to be a moving screen. So the screen here on the illegal screen on number 24, Emma Ulm, her second, team's fourth. Shot by Lee, up, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So the Raiders lead at 23-3 at the end of one. We'll step aside here for a quick break. Make sure not to go anywhere. We'll have your second quarter live here on the WHS Network coming up right after this break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, appreciate you all for joining us here for some Friday morning basketball. That's a very rare occasion when we have a game this early. But with this being a girls basketball tournament, again, held annually out here for Wapahani in their third or fourth year now. So glad to be able to broadcast for all of this for all you fine folks out there. As the Raiders come out here in the second quarter with a 23-3 lead. Exactly the start that you was hoping to look for here, and the Raiders have definitely delivered here so far. As Jalen Willis gets her first points here of the day. A couple points to go along with 2 rebounds. And that's a 25-3 Raider lead. Tedder from beyond the arc knocks it down. So Centerville's already matched the amount of points that they've scored in the entire first quarter. Off the mark there for Lee, rebounded by number 44, Shea Bennett. So here come the Bulldogs, led by Lily Waters back the other way. Now Tedder looks to drive inside, nearly traveled there. Now Waters will reset the Bulldogs offense. And coming out here in the second quarter, we have Baker, Lee, as well as Wise, Morrow, and Willis on the floor. And we'll have a reach-in foul called on Reese Baker, her first, team's fifth. And then we'll see a substitution, a couple of them actually. See Lexi Wolf and Madison Thompson back in here for the Raiders. So Waters back up top here, looking to orchestrate this Bulldog offense. A handoff here to Woodruff. Now finding Tedder there on the curl. Now back up top, Woodruff with a little shot fake, takes it inside, shots up, no good. Thompson corrals her first rebound of the day. Motors down 4, finds Wolf in the corner. Back up top, Wise, swung on to Thompson. Morrow, look at the ball movement here. Morrow fouled on the shot, and she'll now head to the line for two. So the foul here on number 23, Jaden Marshall, her first, team's fifth. And again, we'll see Lexi Morrow at the line for two. First one will be up and good. See number 40, Kia Holland, now in here for the first time today. Second of two, up and good as well. Nicely done there by Lexi Morrow. 2 for 2 from the line. The Raiders now 3 of 4 overall for the day. 4 points for Morrow also. And nice strong start here. 27-6 lead. And another turnover. Now gives Centerville 10. Thompson finds Wise. And fouled on the play. Looked like Wise might have been caught off guard there a little bit. Again, that's that's one of those things when you play with Thompson, you got to be ready. She's very quick-witted and obviously can get the ball to you quick, fast, and in a hurry. So the foul there on number 34, Woodruff, her first, team's sixth. So we'll see number 22, Gabby Duke, now in here for Centerville. So 2 for 2 there for Wise. Puts the Raiders back up here now by 23. Wise now with 7 points here on the day. And that's going to be another takeaway. Cameron Wise with a strip that time. Down court, Lexi Wolf with a smile and all. Couldn't get the layup to go. Lee, no good on the shot. So it'll be Centerville basketball. Again, you had a really nice opportunity there. You had Wolf with a layup there, couldn't convert. Then Layla Lee came down with the offensive rebound. But then he didn't go back up strong with it. Instead, dished it back outside, and all things went south from there. So we'll see number 42, Ashley Walter, come in now for Centerville, and for Wapahani, we'll see Jalen Willis back into the Raider lineup. Post feed now back out. Walter for three, no good. And saved and rammed right into the wall there, number 22, Duke, so we hope she's all right. Talk about really putting your body on the line to try to recover possession of the basketball there. Thompson up top, and that was a pretty easy blocking foul called there on Holland.
It's her first, team 7. Madison Thompson with a shooting 1 in the bonus for Wapahani.
So the foul here on number 40, that's her first, team's 7th. So the Raiders now in the bonus as they make the first one there. Thompson at the line here for one more. And now number 10, Lily Waters, back in the game for the Bulldogs. Second free throw attempt here by Thompson will be up, and it will be good. Nicely done. So again, 7 fouls here for Centerville, 5 for Wapahani. Again, the Raiders in the bonus here the rest of the way until you get to 10. Obviously, then that goes to the double bonus. Willis corrals her third rebound of the day. And Thompson leading the charge again to the corner. Wolf for 3. Off the mark there. Morrow corrals the rebound. Her first now of the day, and good for 2. So Morrow now with 6 points. Going to go along with 1 rebound, and the Raiders with a 27-point cushion here. Well, that was solid defense right there on Willis. Waters drove her right around the other defenders. Willis right there kept her hands straight up in the air. Unfortunately got called with a foul. So that will be her second, now team 6th. And Waters off the mark there with the first one. Again, if you are just now joining us, it's a 33-6 Wapahani lead here in the second quarter. And off the mark there with the second one as well as number 22. Duke came up with a rebound. Shot's no good that time. Waters gets the rebound there, and that's where you got to block out. You got 2 very tall girls on the inside that are post players. You've got to find a way to get the block out and get the rebound right there. So the foul this time here on Morrow will be now her second, team 7th. And so now a foul called on number 44, Bennett. That's her first, team's 8th. So Thompson will be at the line here for the 1-and-1. So the first free throw will be up and good here for Madison. Second of 2 will be up and good as well. I'll tell you what, the Raiders have got it going here from the charity stripe so far. That's really what I like to see. 9 for 10 so far. And that's going to be a takeaway. Wolf looking to go coast to coast and unable to get the layup to go. Shot by Baker, no good, out of bounds off of Centerville. So the Raiders retain possession here. Number 24, Emma Ulm, return back to action here for the Bulldogs. Again, on the scoreboard here at the gymnasium, they have us down for 8 fouls for Wapahani. Not sure where that 8th foul came into play. I don't believe I missed one. But if I did, then my apologies there. But now Wise fouled on the play as it's going to be on number 40. Gracie Helms is number 40. So they have the wrong name for the girl that was on the roster sheet. So nonetheless, she picks up her second, team's 9th. First one made there by Wise. Now the second one up and no good. Morrow with the rebound. And then gets the putback to go. So again, you have Wise now with 8 points. Morrow with 8 as well. Down court now, Thompson with the old loop-de-loop. And unfortunately did not go in. I guess that was a different version of a skyhook. Reverse layup action. Turnover number 12 now for Centerville. Wise takes it right down the post area and able to commit a foul there on number 20. Tedder, her first, team's 10th. So the Raiders now in the double bonus. And the first one's up, no good. So Wise has missed the last 2 of 3 free throws here. Hopefully can knock this one down right here. And I was able to get it to go. Nicely done. One's always better than none. We'll take it. So right now the Raiders have shot 14 free throws here in this first half. They've converted on 11 of those. That is fantastic. Lee with another rebound, her third of the day. Outside Baker, back to Lee. Looks to drive baseline, but instead pop shot and no good. Morrow corrals another rebound there. Now dumped inside. That's going to be out of bounds. I thought that actually was off of Wapahani. It looked like it went off of Lee's knee. But Wapahani will retain possession, and a timeout will be taken here by Wapahani. 39-6 here with 2:22 remaining here in the first half. Step aside here for a break, and we'll be back with more right after this timeout. Alrighty, folks, welcome back following the timeout here. 39-6 Wapahani with a comfortable 33-point lead, as they'll be out of bounds again, this time off of the Raiders. So that'll be their third turnover here of the day. Again, Wapahani only commits right around 10, 12 turnovers a game on average. Had a few hiccups the last game that cost us, definitely, but nonetheless, for the most part here, we do a pretty decent job of taking care of the basketball there. Morrow collecting on another rebound, now gives her 4 on the day. Going to go along with 8 points. Baker at the top, finds Lee on the right wing. Swung on to Morrow, and that's going to be a turnover. And number 22, Gabby Duke, good for 2. And make sure stay tuned in with us. We got your halftime report coming up, and the Raiders back-to-back turnovers. Actually, I think that might be 3 in a row now. Nonetheless, we have halftime report coming up. We'll give you some stats. Also talk about the first half. A little brief first half summary. As Morrow collects number 5 on a rebounding statistic there. Then also again talking about the upcoming games throughout the day, and then tomorrow back in action again, except with the Raider boys basketball team here at home, as we'll have a reach-in foul on number 22, Gabby Duke, her first. So we'll have Lexi Morrow at the line for 2. So this will be our 15th and 16th free throw in the first half. That does not happen too many times, but the first one will be up and good. Good thing for us is we're, at least to this point, doing a pretty solid job from the line. We just got to continue to keep that up. Second one up and no good. I blame myself right there. Willis, however, did corral the rebound, and then a block shot later. That was Wise that got the ball back again, then went up for the shot, was fouled on the play. So the foul here on number 10, Lily Waters, her first. And now back to the line is Wise. And good, got the friendly bounce to go. Second of 2 up and rims out no good. So now things are starting to head south for us on the free throw department. Started out pretty good, and now we have a couple misses here within the last 4 shots, and things starting to dwindle there. Now Willis outside to Baker. Spin move, now back to Wise. Takes it in, finds Willis for 3. And knocks it down with the trifecta there. Willis now with 5 points here on the day to go along with 4 rebounds. That's a commanding 44-8 lead. And if you do the math, that's a 36-point lead, now a 34-point lead after the made 2-point bucket. There by number 23, Jaden Marshall. That'll be the end of the first half. So, ladies and gentlemen, your halftime score: the Wapahani Lady Raiders 44 and the Centerville Lady Bulldogs 10. We'll step aside here for a break. Again, we have your halftime report coming up, so don't go anywhere, as we'll be back here with all of your statistics as far as scoring breakdown, and then a summary there of the first half, and then again we'll go over more of the Wapahani girls basketball tournament here today from Raider Gymnasium. So again, thanks for staying tuned in with us. We'll be back here with more right after this commercial break.
Legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today. Alrighty, folks, welcome back live here on the
WHS Network on YouTube.com. Again, as we'll go through our Kara J. Wolf DDS PC at the half, again with a 44-10 lead here for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Again, the winner of this ball game will then advance on to tonight's championship game. Will be and that will be played at 8 o'clock. As long as this trend continues in our direction here, we'll have a very extended break for the Lady Raider basketball team, at least at the varsity level. Now again, overall the breakdown here for the day, again I talked about it already a couple times, but in case if you are just now joining us, we did want to give you the rundown of the day. It's like I said, it's going to be definitely a very lengthy day for us here on the broadcast. But again, we have today's game here with Wapahani and Centerville. Following this at 12 o'clock noon, it'll be Southern Wells against North Decatur. Then following that game will be the Wapahani Junior Varsity team taking on Southern Wells. And then then after that game, it'll be Wapahani versus North Decatur, again JV, and then Southern Wells versus Centerville JV game. So again, that's you got 5 games there quite quickly. Again, one right after another, so really no break time. And then we have the consolation game at 6 p.m. Again, that will be the loser of the Wapahani Centerville and loser of the Southern Wells North Decatur games this morning, with the championship game again played tonight at 8 o'clock. Again, all the action right here from Raider Gymnasium. Just something to take a look at here throughout the day. I did get a text here from Shane Franks. Thanks for watching us here today. The introduction video is not new. We've been playing that throughout the day. If I remember correctly, if you're alluding to the one with the second one with the basketball, the basketball backgrounds and so on and so forth, that is kind of new. We played a couple different times, but sometimes just being able to have the timing to do it all and to fit everything in, it's kind of difficult at times, but it's somewhat new, kind of is, kind of not. But thanks for the comment, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. If we don't see you tomorrow night, I don't know if you're back down in Florida, but if you are, then we hope you enjoyed tomorrow's broadcast, which, by the way, that's a great segue right into things. We'll be back at it tomorrow night with Raider boys basketball. We'll have the junior varsity game starting at 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow, as we'll be taking on the Blue River Vikings, another big MAC conference game tomorrow night right here at home with the Raider boys basketball team, as we look to keep pushing our win total here. Right now we're 7-1, came up with a big win last Saturday, so hopefully we'll just continue our winning ways. It's going to be a tough matchup there against Blue River tomorrow night. They have a couple different components to their game that is always challenging and tough to play up against. So that should be a good one tomorrow night. Also, we'll be having a special guest broadcaster tomorrow evening. I know a young man has been asking to come on here and broadcast with us, and told him we'll kind of see how things go. Just again trying to find the timing of it all. But Easton Heffernan, a young man, graduated out here last year from Wapahani and played for the Raider boys basketball team. He's going to be joining us on the broadcast tomorrow night. Again, just a little special guest action there, and happy to have him on here tomorrow night. But overall, talking about this game here today, Wapahani's came out from the get-go and put it on Centerville. There's no question about that. Obviously you can kind of tell with the way the score is, but really was able to establish it early, set the tone and really get after it. And I really like how we've came out here in this ball game. Now, again, granted, no disrespect towards Centerville. They haven't played very good. I would probably be willing to say they would admit that. But Wapahani's played a solid game here so far. Offensively, we're getting our shots, and we're able to knock them down. We're setting ourselves up to be successful. We're getting to the free throw line. We was 13 of 18 from the line. Started out real good, 9 for 10. Then things kind of tailed off. We was then 4 of 8 with our last our last 8 free throws to end the first half. But still, 13 of 18, still not bad. So you look to continue to force the issue and put the pressure on the Centerville defense to guard you. And right now we've done a nice job of keeping them off balance, not exactly knowing what we're going to throw at them. And it's worked out well, and we've been able to convert. And not only that, but we've also been able to create turnovers. Centerville ended up having 13 first-half turnovers, so we've done a nice job on the defensive end, contesting shots, rebounding the basketball. And like I said, hopefully we just can continue this pace. We've got to keep it up, got to play for a full 32 minutes of basketball, and hopefully ride ourselves into a championship game later on tonight against the winner of Southern Wells and North Decatur. But we still have 16 minutes to play here, folks. The overall scoring breakdown here to wrap things up. We're led here in the first half by Madison Thompson, team high 10 points, 2 rebounds. Also Cameron Wise equaled that total there, 10 points and 1 rebound. Then we have Reese Baker, 7 points, 2 rebounds. Also we have, I believe, Lexi Morrow, 9 points, 6 rebounds. Jalen Willis, 5 points, 4 rebounds. Then Lexi Wolf with 3 points, and then you have Layla Lee with 3 rebounds as well. So we'll put a production everywhere. That's what you like to see. You like to see balance and consistency on the offensive end. A very good first half basketball for us. We'll step aside here for a quick break, and we'll be back with more right after this. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here as we open up this second half. Again, a 44-10 lead. Another near takeaway, and that will end up in essentially that direction anyway, as Centerville will turn it right back over to us here. First turnover here in the second half. Now gives them 14 for the game. Thompson down court here. Lexi Morrow takes it right inside. Shots up and good. I like the aggressiveness right there. No reason to be tentative. You have to know what you're going to do with the basketball every time you touch it. And, you dribble with a purpose. Every single time, you look to find ways to maybe get girls open or even get yourself open, look for a good shot. So, I really like seeing that there for Morrow to get her, again, to be aggressive and to know exactly what you got to do with the basketball when you get it. Thompson here, wide open 3 here on the left side. That is money all day of the week and twice on Sunday. Thompson there with her third 3 of the game. Now gives her 13 points overall. No, I was right, 14 points. So 13 now for Thompson to go along with 2 rebounds. Again, at the top here, now swung on the Wise. And now that's going to be a Raider turnover. Now 6 of them for the ball game, and then the Bulldogs in the giving mood here gives it right back to us. Wolf dribbles back up top, finds Thompson, and now the Raiders set up the offense here. Swung on the Wise, dumped down low. Morrow going to work. Little sky hook up, no good that time. Rebounded there by number 42, Ashley Walter. So way up there, number 24, Ulm. Can't allow her to get herself in position right there. That was had to do a little bit better job defensively, making sure not to allow her to back down into the post quite like that so easily. As we'll have a jump ball possession error will favor Wapahani. We'll see number 44, Shea Bennett, back in here for the Lady Bulldogs. And Cameron Wise will inbound here with 5:28 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, throughout the ball game here, yes, I've had to talk a little bit quieter because of the crowd not being very large here this morning. You kind of hear a pin drop at different times, as that's another turnover for Centerville. The lows continue here. But it's so quiet in here, I've got to be quiet, as Baker is not quiet with that shot right there, making it rain from downtown, as we'll have a timeout taken here by Wapahani. This will be their second charge timeout. We'll stay right here with you during the timeout. But again, as I was saying, it is so quiet in here. I literally feel like at times I'm sitting at a golf match. I mean, where you have to be quiet as a broadcaster. So kind of bear with me a little bit when it comes to that. I know usually my voice pretty much stands out, during any point in time, but you have a 52-12 lead here. You come out of this timeout again with the Raiders in complete command of the game here so far. Largest lead of the day. It'll be Centerville basketball coming back out of the timeout. Again, this is game 1 of 7 on the day. Off the mark there, Wise corrals the rebound, now gives her 2 of them so far today. Baker with another long-range missile. And we'll have a timeout now taken by Centerville. So Baker, back-to-back threes here. Now 13 points here for Reese. And again, we'll stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this is the Kara J. Wolf DDS PC game break. With 4:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, the winner of this game, which, right now it looks like it's Wapahani, but you can never count your chickens before they hatch, they always say. I guess that might be, since we're out here in the farming area, maybe only us farming folks come up with that. But nonetheless, like I said, we're well on our way. And that championship game will start at 8 o'clock tonight, at least by the scheduling itinerary that we're given. .24 Ulm now gives way to Bennett. Back to Ulm, now cross court. Walter will take the 3, and she'll knock that one down from beyond the arc. And back to a 40-point lead here. Now Baker. Down court now, lead back to Baker. Swung on to Thompson. Wise in the corner. Looking to drive inside, I was thinking there, but instead it's going to be a turnover. And, okay, we're going to have an over and back violation. I thought Centerville might have touched that first, but that wasn't the call, so more likely it's probably going to end up being a turnover anyway. And Ulm will step on the line, and that will be another turnover for Centerville. As now number 12, Lauren Taylor Stanley, will come in here for the first time today for Centerville. So her first action here with 3:26 remaining here in the third, a 55-15 lead. And a little brief full court pressure put on there by Centerville. Thompson wasn't having much of that. Wise now back to Madison. Willis setting up for that screen. Oh, man, yep, definitely a palming of the basketball. Actually going to get her called for the double dribble. I think he could have got her really with both. But now 3 turnovers here in the second half gives us now 8 turnovers for the ball game. Walter now in the corner to Waters, back up top now to Taylor Stanley, and we'll have a traveling violation called. Turnover number 7, and now 20 for the ball game. Wise will push it up floor and right down, dumps it down the middle to Willis, and she'll be fouled on the play. You like that aggressiveness there, meaning you have a clear path to the basket, drove the paint, and then found an open Willis. So we have a foul here on Ashley Walter, her third, team's first of the half. See number 22, Gabby Duke back in. So again, Willis at the line for one more. And the second one will be up and good. So again, one better than none. We will take it. 6 points now for Jalen on the day. Getting to go along with 4 rebounds. Three-pointer up and the bank not open there. Wolf with her first rebound of the day. Motors down 4. Wise on the left side. Three-pointer up, no good. Lee corrals her rebound, now gives her 4. Up top to Baker, and the Raiders will reset the offense. Wise hands it to Wolf, now to Willis. Baker now back here on the right side. And again, the Raiders will set things back up again. Lee takes it inside. Shot will be up, and she'll be fouled on the play. So we'll put a couple more seconds back up on the clock. Here's a foul. It'll be on number 22, Gabby Duke, her second, team second of the half. And again, Layla Lee will be at the line, shooting 2. So the first one up and tickles the twine. There's number 44, Bennett. And at number 23, Marshall back in for the Bulldogs. Second of 2 for Lee, up and good as well. Nicely done. So 2 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. That's a 43-point lead once again here for the Raiders. Tedder up top, looking to dribble inside, was able to do so, but then lost the handle on it. And then number 12, Taylor Stanley, steps on the line. And turnover number 8, now 21 turnovers for the game for Centerville. And that's a turnover. Baker was looking to pass it to her, but then was thinking that Wise might cut there, and well, next thing you know, ends up in a turnover. So we'll have a jump ball possession. Does favor Centerville with 1:17 remaining here in the third. A near pickoff there from Wise. Taylor Stanley back up top here to Bennett. And nearly lost that one out of bounds. Now Tedder for 3. Nothing but air on that one, and out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. So we'll have another timeout taken, this time by Wapahani, 58-15. With 1:01 remaining here in the third quarter, we'll step aside for a break. Again, this will be our Kara J. Wolf DDS PC game break.
Water park inside the ball. Yeah. That's how we do it.
Alrighty, welcome back out of timeout. The baseball pass down court here to Baker for 2. Look at the arm there by Cameron Wise. Maybe your brother showed her a thing or two there, Chandler Wise. Fine young man, talked to him last night there. Former basketball and baseball standout here at Wapahani. Shea Bennett no good for 2. As will be out of bounds here off the Bulldogs. 33 seconds remaining. Inbounded now to Wolf. Not much pressure put on there by the Bulldogs. Wolf will just march right on down court. That is how you do it right there. Not shying away from the contact. Going right in there for 2 was the foul. Will be called here on number 24, Emma Olm, her 3rd. Team's 3rd. Again, Wolf here at the line shooting 2. And the first one will be up and no good. So again, this will be the 24th rebound, or pardon me, the 24th free throw of the game here for Wapahani, and Wolf will knock it down. So Lexi now 4 points to go along with 1 rebound here on the day. Tedder now to Taylor Stanley, guarded heavily there by Reese Baker. And we'll have another jump ball. Possession will favor Wapahani. Baker zigzagging her defender outside here. Wolf for 3, no good. Willis out to lead, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So 61-15, Wapahani on top at the end of 3. Again, we'll step aside here for a quick break. Again, don't go anywhere, folks. We got your 4th quarter coming up live here on the WHS Network. Alrighty, folks, welcome back here with a 61-15 lead here for Wapahani at the end of 3 as we open up this 4th quarter of play again with the Raiders on top. Again, following this game will be Southern Wells versus North Decatur, followed by 3 junior varsity ball games and then a consolation game and then the championship game at 8 o'clock. So Willis corralled another rebound, now gives her 6 of them here on the day. Lee with a handoff. Baker with a curl finds Wolf in the corner. Now will take it inside. The layup up and good.
Basket good.
She'll now head to the line for one more. So the foul number 10, Lily Waters, her second. Team's 4th of the half.
Lexi Wolf with an opportunity for 3-point play.
And the free throw will be up and good. Great job there by Lexi Wolf. See Kendall Thrasher now in here for the first time today. Seeing her action here now. 64-15 lead here for Wapahani. After the 3-point play by Lexi Wolf gives her now 7 points here on the morning. Waters takes it inside. We'll have a reach-in foul called here on the Raiders. Looks like it's going to be on Thrasher. No, actually on Baker. What do I know? All right, so Baker will pick up her second, team's first of the half. Tedder inbounds it here to Duke. Now back up top, Waters. Trying to find Tedder there on the right side. Nothing there. Well defended by Baker. Now Walter, heavily guarded by Wise. Bennett now takes it in. Shot will be blocked, and okay, well, I guess they're going to call a foul. So the foul here on number 3, Kendall Thrasher, her first, team's second. And again, number 44, Shea Bennett at the line for 2. And the first one will be up and no good.
Gracie Helms.
So we'll see number 40, Gracie Helms, back in here for Centerville, along with, I thought maybe one other player might have came in. I guess not. So rebound there by Lee, gives her 5 of them. They'll go along there with 2 points. Baker to Thrasher. Kick back outside. Now a hand off to Baker again. Look at the weaving right through this Bulldog offense, or defense, pardon me. Thrasher now looking to take it inside, create some space, shots up and good. Nicely done. So Thrasher with her first points. And the Raiders 66, Centerville 15. Nice back cut, Tedder for 2, no good. She'll get her own rebound, put it back up, still miss it. And again, the Raiders didn't do a very good job of blocking out right there whatsoever. Luckily, it was out of bounds off Centerville. As we'll see number 23, Malia York, now in here for the first time today. She'll come in, and also for Centerville, number 23, Jaden Marshall will re-enter action here for the Lady Bulldogs. York in the corner, off the mark. Look at the hustle there, getting her own rebound. So Thrasher will drag it back out here, set something up here on the offensive end. We'll double screen. Thrasher now from the free throw line, no good for 2. Willis will grab the rebound, now back outside. Shots no good for Baker. Lee with the rebound that time around. Gives her now 6. Willis regains possession of it, no good, gets their own rebound. Oh my goodness gracious, this is going to be a rebounding expedition here, I guess. We'll just keep throwing it up, and unfortunately that time when we threw it up there, we threw it out of bounds. I think we had right around 4 or 5 offensive rebounds on that possession, at least. So again, that's a heck of a way to bolster your rebounding stats. But the field goal percentage definitely shot down a little bit. Now Trinity Brozier back in here for Jalen Willis. So Trinity seeing her first action here of the day. Again, a lot of these girls now on the floor just getting in a little prep work here for later on. They will have a couple of games to play with third game of the day here in about 2 or 3 hours from now will be their ball game. against, I believe it's Southern Wells, and then North Decatur to follow that. As that shot will be blocked out of bounds. So the Raiders will retain possession now, as we'll see number 31, Lauren Luce, now in here for the first time today. She'll come in here for Baker, so a job well done there by Baker, along with all these other players here for your Lady Raiders. Put on a great performance here today. Thrasher collects her own rebound, dribbles it back out. Now a screen by Lee, and Thrasher will get it taken right away from her, as that's going to be an open layup, good for two for number 40, Gracie Helms. York now out to Luce, and she'll get called for the travel. 7 second half turnovers. Gives them now 12 for the ball game. Shot well off the mark there. Looked to have possibly been a little over the back, but no call made. And now a double dribble called here on Centerville. Now turnover number 11 here in the second half will give them 24 for the ball game, and now another timeout taken by Wapahani. We'll take a timeout here with them, 66-19 with 3:58 remaining in regulation. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more right after this break. All right, folks, welcome back out of the timeout here again. 66-19 here with 3:58 remaining here in regulation. There'll be Wapahani basketball out of the timeout. Again, both teams. We take a look here. The Raiders with one timeout left. Centerville with 3 left. Ironic enough, the team with the most points has the fewest timeouts left. So we'll see Malia York now inside-outside game. Brozier to Luce for 2, no good. Lee with the rebound, no good. Gives her now 8 rebounds here on the day to go along with 2 points. Woodruff now swung back up top. Walter for 3. No good there. And Lee corralling rebound number 9. Having a game on the boards here by Layla Lee. Again, coming off the bench. Very valuable here so far. Lee down low. Brozier dribbles, finds Malia York. Now Thrasher, 3-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by number 34, Mallory Woodruff. And here come the Bulldogs back the other way with under 3 minutes remaining. Near takeaway. And that's going to be a traveling violation on Centerville. Number 12, Lauren Taylor Stanley, will now enter the ball game here for the Lady Bulldogs. Thrasher now on the lead, takes it now to the corner to Malia York. Lee for 3, off the mark there, rebounded, and throws it up now. That is Walter, sends it down court here to number 40, Gracie Helms. Now back to Walter, she'll take the 3, and it's up and good. I believe that's her second or third three of the day now. So back here to a 44-point lead. And underneath there to Trinity Brozier. Nice find there by Luce, and nice finish there from Trinity. First points here on the day for her. 68-22, 150 remaining. Handoff, Woodruff now will get it blocked by Layla Lee. Inbound here, Woodruff to Walter. Nice job, Brozier getting a hand in on it. So we'll have a jump ball, and possession error will favor Wapahani. So turnover created there by the Raiders. Thrasher now crosses half court, now sent on over to Lauren Luce. In the corner, York finds Brozier down low on the block. No good, gets her own rebound and puts it right back in.
Offensive rebound basket by Trinity Brozier.
So 4 points now for Brozier to go along with a rebound. Now to a 48-point lead. Up top, Walter guarded by Brozier. She'll take it inside. Shots up, no good, but fouled on the play. So the foul here on number 23, Malia York, her first. Team's third of the half. And the first one up and good for Walter. Ashley Walter. And the second one good as well. So now we'll have a couple, or actually only one substitution here. Number 44, Shea Bennett, back in here for Centerville. 70-24 Wapahani. 105 remaining. And in the corner now, York. A little bit of trouble. Finds Brozier there at the elbow. Back outside. Now Thrasher at the top. Loose to the corner to lead down low. Brozier will be blocked. And another jump ball. And again, this time it will favor Centerville. We've had quite a few jump balls here in this game today. Every now and again, you'll see maybe 5 to 10 of them throughout the ball game, but tell you what, we've had, I believe, probably more closer to the mark of about 15. So Brozier goes down hard. Hopefully, young lady's all right. Looks to be okay. Got right back up. The Raiders retain possession here with 25 seconds remaining. In the corner, Malia York, three-pointer, no good. Loose ball there, come up with it there by Gracie Helms, pushing it down floor. Now Woodruff underneath. A little awkward shot there, rebounded by Luce. Her first rebound, and the Raiders will just walk out the clock here with a 70-24 victory over the Centerville Bulldogs. And there you have it. So again, final score here today, Wapahani 70, Centerville 24. So your Wapahani Lady Raiders now improved to 9-5 on the season and also advance onto tonight's Wapahani Girls Basketball Tournament Championship game against the winner of Southern Wells and North Decatur. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with our Raiders Live postgame coming up live on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
Alrighty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Here with your Raiders live post-game report again. 70-24 is your final score here today, as your Wapahani Lady Raiders again improved to 9-5 on the season and now advance on to tonight's 2019 Wapahani Girls Basketball Tournament Championship game. Again, they will play against the winner of the Southern Wells and North Decatur game, again later on tonight at 8 o'clock. So, hey, if you're not doing anything and like to come out and watch some Lady Raider basketball, come on out and join us. 8 o'clock start time for that. Might be a little bit earlier. I mean, you never know. But hey, we'll be out here all day, so I know we definitely won't be going anywhere. But a good win here today for Wapahani. It really sets the tone here for the day for the Lady Raiders, and hopefully we just continue to improve upon this performance. Very good performance here today from every facet of the game. I like really the way we came out, and we played hard. We played aggressively, and that was a good win. I mean, again, understandably, I understand that it's Centerville. They didn't, the Bulldogs didn't play very good. It's plain simple as that. I'm not, again, trying to be disrespectful, but the Bulldogs just didn't play very well here today. Wapahani was able to execute on a lot of opportunities, and it really worked out good for us. But now, you're, depending upon who you play, either way, it's going to be a tough test coming into tonight's championship game. Hopefully the Raiders are up for it. But again, the scoring breakdown here overall, the Raiders were led here tonight by Reese Baker, had a team high 15 points, 2 rebounds. He had Madison Thompson 13 points, 2 rebounds. Lexi Morrow 11 points, 6 rebounds. Cameron Wise 10 points, 2 rebounds. You had Lexi Wolf 7 points, 1 rebound. Then we had also Jalen Willis 6 points, 8 rebounds, followed by Trinity Brozier 4 points and a rebound. Then lastly here, a couple more. We have Kendall Thrasher 2 points, 1 rebound. Layla Lee 2 points and 9 rebounds. She really kicking in a high gear here today. Love the way she was rebounding. Her and Morrow and Willis, all 3 were fantastic on the boards here today. Also, to wrap it up here, we have Malia York and Lauren Luce with 1 rebound apiece. Again, grand total of 70 points scored here for Wapahani. Again, as they advance on to tonight's 2019 Wapahani Girls Basketball Tournament Championship game at 8 o'clock. So, folks, we'll have that one right here live on the WHS Network. Make sure, stay tuned for that. We'll have some updates on our broadcasting Twitter and Facebook pages about who we will be playing in the championship game later on. So make sure look to that to be able to find out more information upon who will be playing and what time and all that great stuff. So again, we appreciate you all for joining us here this morning as your Wapahani Lady Raiders again to take down the Centerville Lady Bulldogs 70-24. Again, a special thanks to all of our sponsors. We greatly appreciate them. And so until later on, folks, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Red Beard McCoy saying good day from Raider Gymnasium.